Hi everyone, welcome to Be Celestia Tarot. This is our December general read for all my Libras out there. It's interesting because a lot of air energy has popped out, so I'm really excited to see what comes forward for Libras in the month of December. I'm going to try to keep it open and see what messages want to come through. But yeah. Okay, this is just something. Some of you might be really considering your education. I don't know if some of you are considering going back to school or starting a new course. But for some reason that just popped in my head as I was beginning to shuffle. So that might resonate for some, and some of you might be like, that does not matter at all to me. So we shall see what happens. Okay. My cards are everywhere now. Alright, what is to come for our Libras in the month of December? What is to come for our Libras in the month of December? I'm sorry, I just need to shuffle one more time. These cards are just not happening with me today. And I also just can't seem to shuffle today. But, huzzah, there we go. Okay. That feels better. Great. Okay. What is to come for our Libras in the month of December? Okay, let's get 2 more cards. Okay. Okay, let's see. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. You have made a major transition in your life. I feel like you have really been considering what is the energy I need to put forward and how do I stop myself from speaking too soon. So we went from the Prince to the King of Torches, which is really interesting parallels. I'm just thinking, I just keep seeing you have been going through a major transition. For the Prince is thinking everyone's out to get to you, and it's just so interesting because we have the Prince, then we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the King. It's just and for me it's just you're reining in your energy. You can, some of you might be dealing with the idea of I have an issue of coming off aggressive, and I was maybe holding some grudges and really going through a dark night of the soul before this, and you are now moving into your power in a way that's controllable, your authority, but but I also feel you might feel alienated from people. You might think that what is the word I'm looking for? No. I think I'm hearing energies. I think sometimes you had an ability to blow up on people. And I think you've learned to rein it in. You are learning how to maybe bite your tongue and not be so aggressive. And for me, the Ace of Cups can sometimes be romantic. So I don't know if someone's coming into your life or has come into your life, where you're just okay, I'm getting better. I'm learning to be a better person because of this person. But this also feels like a really strong self journey. I think you are really coming into your own emotional fulfillment and really just getting to a place, maybe some of you really suffered of depression and just anger, and you're getting to a point where you're being able to control that, and you're I feel much more comfortable with the person I can be and the person I can move forward with and the person I can move forward as. This feels like a huge moment of growth for you. I don't know if you've been working hard on it and you're just I just need to get it together. But the month of December seems like you're really going to rein it in. All right, 9 of Pentacles. I think why are you comparing yourself to people? I think that might have been where your anger came from. You might have been comparing yourself to people in other ways and just thinking, I'm not where I need to be in my life, and there's some reason that I don't have as much. And it's no. You were getting in your own way. Everyone else is on their own timeline and path. This is not that. And I think you're coming into a place where you're just being more respectful of oh, the world's not out to get me. There's some grudges. There's some things I had to undo and work through, and you're getting to a better place as a result. The Queen of Torches. This is so interesting that these all came out. That is the Queen of Hearts is listening to your heart, and the power is coming from within, and just recognizing your worth. And the thing is, it's between the Prince and the King of Torches. Even the way I drew it, I didn't mean for that, but all of these people have in common it's like the evolution of you. Recognizing you can help people, but you can also protect your own energy. And just really, I don't know, there's a very strong power in you. And there's a lot of fire energy, which is interesting. And maybe you're meeting someone who's really is gonna embody this, and you're like, wow, this is exciting. The devil. Okay, no, I think it's back to you. Sorry. I think there was some, for me, the devil card is like, it can represent a lot, but I think there's like toxic behavior, bad habits, obsessive, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, like bad habits, obsessive, like there is something in you that I think you have been really managing, or you have been drawn to people who bring out the worst in you, and you have felt burned as a result, and you were like, I am trying to heal from the burns of like someone. Maybe you are like a very empathetic person and you get attracted to narcissists, and that has created a huge complex with you. But there's something that is being let go. Like, you're just managing better. Like, can I get some clarification, please? Wow. Yeah, there's like a teaching. That wanted to come out earlier. Like, okay. Oof. Few messages. I'm going to try to get them all out. Your spiritual team is really strong, and you've been asking for a sign and for your angels to appear. And I'm hearing like Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, like there's some kind of archangel that you were maybe praying for and being like, I need guidance, I need love, or even asking for a sign, and it's like your angels are there and you're going to get the healing that you need, or you are receiving healing that you need, or you're learning the lessons. Like Hierophant could be very much, there's a lot of earth energy, by the way. I just gotta say Capricorn, Taurus, both showing up. But there is like, I don't know if you've met someone or are going to meet someone who's going to be a great teacher, but it feels very much like a spiritual teaching of like what you need to go through, or you're going to have a major aha moment of like, oh, I had to learn this. I'm doing better as a result. So then we have the 8 of Cups. Really working for that emotional fulfillment. You've been working hard for that. 6 of Torches is like, I think for me, that's recognizing that like what I've been putting out into the world does actually matter. And I think some of you had a hard time believing that you were worthy. I think as a result of everything you've been going through, and you've been stressed out that you weren't worthy. And I think the 6 of Torches is that, again, I'm going to use the same term, the aha moment of like, oh, no, I can look at what I've done and have tangible results of like the good I have done, and just have this moment of like, oh, this is what I wanted, this is where I wanted to be. And then we had the Magician come out, and I love this Magician card in this deck because they're surrounded by flowers, and for me, I live by the term keep growing, and for me, I always see like flowers and like the ability to bloom and the resiliency, and you've been manifesting everything. Like, December is a month in which you can really see the result of what you've been putting out into the universe of like, I'm being better, like here's what I'm going to do for myself. 6 of Cups, like I really see like your dreams coming forward, like just seeing things come to fruition for you. And maybe this is like with career as well. Like I feel like maybe some of you are just in a situation where you're like, I'm not necessarily feel like my career is fulfilling, or I'm doing enough at my job, and no, I think you're going to get like praise or recognition that you deserve. Alright, let's get some final messages for our Libra. So much major arcana. Like, I just want to say your spiritual team is really there to help you. Like, they are by your side. And it's like the work you have been doing is not going unnoticed. Like, I think you need to hear that. The work you are doing has not gone unnoticed. And it's like, it's not easy. I feel like some of you might have taken up meditating and really like figuring out what it is you need for this world. But yeah, there's a lot of strength in you, and I feel like you've been tested a lot, and you're just like, I'm over it. Like, I'm done with being tested. Like, I want things to come together, and I think they are. And I think this is gonna finally be the moment where you're like, oh God, like, I am protected, I am taken care of. But it's been so easy to forget that you are loved and you are taken care of. Yeah, when everything, I feel like for me, everything bad happens at once. Yeah, you've been dealing with a lot of stress. But I feel like there's some kind of release coming for you. And for me, like I was saying, it was just like all the bad things seem to happen at once. And it always feels suffocating in that. But I just need you to know that, like, the work you're doing has not gone unnoticed. 7 of Torches. Yeah, like, at some point, I think you need a release and just, like, give things out into the universe. Just trust that what you're putting out into the universe, the work you're doing is manifesting into what you want. It's coming together in a way that might not be apparent right now, and even the moment of change might not be completely obvious of like what is happening. It might be a small steady change, a small incremental change, but it's still a change and it's still growth. Okay, I'm gonna pull an oracle card to see if there's a final message from your angels. These are kind of general, so I'm gonna see what comes. What do our Libras need now for the month of December? Okay. This came out, I don't remember, this came out another reading, but this is Earth Comfort, card 11, but basically finding a way to find, where do you find your restorative energy? So take some time out to rest and regenerate, know what makes you comfortable, keep the home fires burning, create a peaceful and beautiful home life, nourishing the mind, body, and spirit, and focus on your inner life, which I think you've been doing. But yeah, this is time for you to find peace. Okay, I hope this resonated. I'm sending you all my love. Take care.